At last, once you are out of the way, I will have nobody to stop me in my plans.
But I don't understand. Why, Ultima? Why would you do this?
I could spend some long Ultron time explaining that all, but
I've got places to be and a world to take over, so
consider this goodbye.
You.
Jet?
My turn, old man.
You. Let's finish this.
Now, I won't let you hurt my friends this time.
Look at you, Jet. Still the same old useless robot you always were. You can't beat me. You never will. Fine. Have it your way.
No, Jet.
Goodbye, 64.
How's it, Godzilla fans, Kaiju fans, collectors, and just general people of YouTube? This is Chanzilla1964 coming back to you with another figure review. This time we will be reviewing the Godzilla Ultima Heat Ray version from Bandai's Movie Monster Series Godzilla's Singular Point 2021 line. So without further ado, let's get right into the review. Starting with detail. Detail on this guy is practically the same as the original Godzilla Singular Point figure. Only thing being different being the neck and the head over here. So if we take a closer look at this one's head and neck, you can see that his neck area is kind of scrunched up here, and that, well, I mean, you got the atomic breath mouth, which is detailed very nicely. You can see the very, very many teeth that Godzilla Ultima has, as well as the back of his throats, or three throats, I guess you can say. And I mean, it's just very well detailed and very well done. All the crevices and lines going throughout the mouth, and then individually sculpted teeth, might I add. I mean, there's even something different about the eyes that I can't quite put my finger on that I really like more compared to the original. Maybe it's just the fact that it looks meaner and angrier, which might really have something to do with why I like this version a little better than the original one. Although I will say that in the paint department, they're both in the same boat here. But yeah, I mean, detail is amazing, spectacular, similar to the original one. Also, just to compare, here is the original and the Atomic Breath version of Godzilla Ultima. You can see all the, I guess, the silver spikes on his chest going down from his neck to his chest is less pronounced in the this one, in the Atomic Breath version versus this one, although that being because his neck is scrunched up because he's blasting his atomic breath pretty much. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure though. I like this version's face and his head sculpt. I mean, whereas this one will always hold a very special place in my heart because, I mean, I don't know. I'm one of the guys where I'd pick the original over the Atomic Breath version because this one is more versatile when it comes down to other video making stuff, per se the skits. Whereas this guy's kind of single purpose where you rarely see him, but when you see him, it's a sight to behold. And that's why I guess you can say specifically, or in some cases, choose the Atomic Breath version over this guy, the original Godzilla figures. Because for the Atomic Breath Godzilla figures, I've noticed that they've been coming out more so, like, well, like this anyways. It started with Shin Godzilla, which is really cool, and then went on to Godzilla the Planet Eater, or I'm sorry, Godzilla Earth, that trilogy, and now Godzilla Singular Point. Even though they did, Bandai has made Heat Ray or Atomic Breath versions, going back as far as the Burning Godzilla figures, I believe, from Godzilla vs. Destroyer, but none quite with the open mouth anyways. But that's just a little bit of figure history, I guess you can say. Moving on from detail, going on the paint on this guy is like 10 times better than the one on Godzilla Ultima's original figure, with, I guess, this kind of, I'm not sure what Bandai did here, whether it was black wash in between the scales and his whole body, or if the dark coloration was the base coat and then they did a dry brushing. But whatever Bandai did, I really like. Like, this is what they should have done on the original figure, which I wish they did, but that's totally fine because we got on this guy and it looks amazing. It brings out so much more detail, in my opinion, versus if they didn't do this dry brush or black wash, whatever Bandai did. I mean, it is just amazing. The paint wise, this really nice dark nightshade blue coloration I just love for Godzilla Ultima's Heat Ray version skin. And then the color that the color that they use for his spines here is really nice. This really light transparent blue vinyl, as well as the color that they painted on for his spines, going all the way down to the tip of the tail, may I add. So yeah, that is awesome. Awesome. And then the same color you have here on the dorsal fins on the top of his head, as well as on the side of his neck, which I thought was a mistake, but looking back at the series, it is not a mistake. This is just how Godzilla Ultima kind of is. And then we come to his mouth over here, where his teeth are very nicely painted for his two tusks and his front row of teeth here, as well as the inside of the mouth, which they use the same coloration as they did for the tail, which I just love the color that they used. And then as well as his toenails over here painted. But the one downside for this figure, the one ultimate downfall, is that his chest spikes over here were not painted. I had to paint these on myself, as well as his arm spikes over here, which was to be expected as it was for the original figure, and this kind of back toe spike here too. But I mean, his fingernails were not painted when he came in, which is a real bummer, because they did a really good job with the fingernails on the original figure. But I mean, those are just small paint things that people like us can add onto the figure, which, I mean, it's no biggie. At the same time, Bandai, how much harder would it have been to simply put the same silver color on his chest at the very least? Because could have done without the fingernails and the arm spikes over here, as well as this toe one. But the chest, I mean, that's Godzilla Ultima's most pronounced thing, is his chest spikes and his neck spikes over here going down. And his little, I guess, mohawk thing going on here too. I mean, gosh, Bandai, that's the one downside of this figure. But aside from that, everything else is just simply amazing. But I still gotta say that it falls into the same category paint-wise as the original figure, where it looks really nice and looks really cool, but it falls short in some places, which is kind of sad. Moving on to articulation. It's going to be the same articulation as the original figure. His two arms move, as well as his two legs, with glue seal at the tail, which doesn't move, and glue seal at the middle of the tail, which does not move either. Size comparison time for this Godzilla figure. So let's size him up with the Jet Jaguar figure, which, in my opinion, until we get the other Jet Jaguar figure, Jet Jaguar PP, I think that these two size up very nicely, and I think it works very well, especially with some shots from the series over here. I think they work very nicely well together size-wise, and I really like, I guess, the Jet Jaguar that we got so far, but I'm still waiting on you guys, Bandai, to release that Jet Jaguar PP figure so we can get the fully completed effect of Jet Jaguar from the Godzilla Singular Point series. Because that dude was in like way more episodes than this one. So I'm like, what's up, Bandai? When you guys gonna give us Salunga and Jet Jaguar PP? This has been Chanzilla 1964, and I hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, please do be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. And if you like what you said in the channel, please do be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment though, because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And I mean, it just helps. It's just cool in general to hear from you guys. But until next time, peace. And just for this Godzilla, since he looks like a nice Godzilla, stay frosty.